So James Harden returned today to play his first preseason game, Houston Rockets. So I'm going to do a special lineup of Houston Rockets team. John Wall, point guard. Shooting guard, James Harden. Daniel House, small forward. Power forward, PJ Tucker. Center, DeMarcus Cousins. Houston Rockets jerseys and courts. So we're going to play a showdown. James Harden scored 12 points with his new team and his new teammates. So we're going to go here. Thank you guys for coming. Appreciate it. We're going to recreate the Houston Rockets game. They play San Antonio Spurs tonight. They won 112-98. James Harden is back. And we have a similar lineup. James Harden's signature step back three. We're in Toyota Center. Misses that shot. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it. Hope you're all having a great night. We have DeMarcus Cousins here. PJ Tucker. Daniel House Jr. James Harden. And of course, John Wall. It's been a while. Yes, nice to see you again, Mr. Geobag. Nice to see you again. I'm going to go change my thumbnail. Christian Wood with a dunk. Elite Plays, hey, thanks for coming. Elite Plays, Houston Rockets fan. So, Houston Rockets lineup. James Harden. Yeah, he has a headband on his head, a white headband. For some reason, I can't press anything. That's strange. Alright, so, white headband. Try a shot right here. See a close up right here with a shot. Chicago Bulls, they have red jerseys as well. It's a pretty nice game for his first preseason. So I'm going to go to... Awesome. Good luck on that. I'm going to go change my thumbnail. We got John Wall here. Let's get a ball, James Harden, though. That's the person we want to see. 22% misses that shot. Gonna go to my lineup here. And I'm gonna go change something. Change the thumbnail. Nice shot right there from Christian Wood, who's also on the Houston Rockets right now. Daniel House Jr. with the ball. Let's give it to our star player right here. 3-point shot. I am good. How are you doing today? Are you feeling better? Gonna go change my thumbnail really quickly. You said, man, feeling better. So. Christian Wood surprisingly hasn't played on the Rockets yet. Yeah, it is surprising. He's a young player. You expected him to start. But DeMarcus Cousins is starting. Surprisingly. And hello, thanks for coming. So that's a surprise, right? Gonna go change my thumbnail. We're going to go to Arena. We're going to Arena because that's too long to wait. We're going to go Arena, so then we're going to go play a game in Arena. Hopefully it doesn't lag, but it usually lags in Arena. We're going to give up right there. So we're going to play Arena right here. Hopefully I could use my lineup. Oh, you can't even use your lineup here. I'm gonna spend some coins. Yes, okay. That took a while. But we just want to see the Houston Rockets courts and stuff like that, right? That's what I wanted to see, the players. Should be fun, right? I hope he stays with the Houston Rockets. I would love for him to finally win a championship in Houston. That would be pretty awesome. I would love for that to happen. And that is surprising. Christian Wood isn't playing. He's just younger. That is surprising for sure. That is surprising. Hopefully he starts playing some more. And that is very surprising. All right. Okay, I think I changed the... I'm going to go back to season, but last time I had different players. So you might see Lonzo Ball again. So he has the same James Harden. You have only a 95 James Harden. Lower overall cards. Oh, what? We'll play. Maybe Anthony Davis. I'm good. So James Harden versus James Harden right here. With a shot. Arena. We have the same card as well. I think there's an all-star card. Nice dunk right there. Arena, it'll lag. And Luka Doncic in his Dallas Maverick jerseys. So, try to get a nice mid-range shot right there. Blocked by James Harden. But nice tip-in shot from James Harden. We're seeing twins right here. I changed the thumbnail a little bit. Larry Bird, he's probably going to make that shot. Couldn't guard him. I heard there's some NBA Live Mobile News, Season 5. I heard you can't keep your coins. But I'm not sure yet. I have to go check again. But I think they said that on Twitch. I assume you could keep your NBA cash. Hopefully, you keep your NBA pretty much. No San Antonio Spurs team, but you have James Harden, a lineup of Houston Rockets players. That's good. Nice shot, but oh, he got blocked. So welcome to my channel if anybody's new. John Wall, I think on the Houston Rockets wears number 2. Actually, I think he's wearing number 1, I think. Oh no, the AI. I am good. How are you doing? Thanks for coming. Alright. No, we're gonna lose to the AI. Which sometimes does happen. If you're not careful. But it's a long time wait. Luka Doncic with a shot. Larry Bird and Luka Doncic on the same team. That'll be a dream come team. Hello, Skip. Thanks for coming. How are you doing tonight? Get a dunk right there. And we actually win this arena match right here against the AI. And for some reason, Ultimate lineup, you have to pay money. I mean, pay some coins, which I don't like, to keep playing. But we need some James Harden gameplays, right? Because it's basically a James Harden gameplay. To get one arena, you have to pick 50 coin. I heard coins you can't keep them next season, so that's disappointing. So let's set that up right here. Let's see if Showdown is done. Recreate it. Of course, all my videos is for educational purposes, right? Learn about basketball. And so we're going to talk about the players, of course. James Harden. James, born in Bellflower, California. LA area. Went to Artesia High School in Artesia, California. If you're from Southern California, you'll know where those places are. So I'm from the same area, LA area. So James Harden, when he was in Artesia High School, they were basically the number 2 best high school team in the country. He had another player that played with him called Renardo Sidney. Renardo Sidney was one of the top prospects and in high school and also in college. But unfortunately he was not able to make it to the NBA. But if you go look up highlights of him, Renardo Sidney, like ball YouTube channels like Ball is Life. I don't know if Ball is Life was around back then, but James Harden, he had another great player that played with him. He's kind of like a center power forward. Renardo Sidney. Unfortunately, he never made it to the NBA. And then there's another player on that team on Artesia High School called Malik Story. And he made it to college basketball. He played at Indiana University, the Hoosiers. But he was also not able to make it to the NBA. Which shows you how hard it is to make it to the NBA. Hello, Elite Players. Welcome back. Thanks for coming back. You gotta go. No problem. See you later. I'll check out your video later. James Harden mid-range shot. So, again, basically a number 1, number 2 best high school team in the country. And if you know a little bit about Artesia High School, usually their basketball program is not that famous. So James Harden was able to do that, make it the best high school team in the country. Just like Chino Hills High School, you don't really hear much about Chino Hills High School. Before the Lonzo Ball, before LaMelo Ball, before LiAngelo Ball, the Ball brothers. Before them, you don't really hear much about Chino Hills. So there's a once-in-a-lifetime, some great players. NBA talent goes to those high schools. And those high schools, they're not necessarily known for basketball. Some high schools are known for basketball. They have a lot of McDonald's All-Americans as their alumni. And McDonald's All-American is the All-Star game for high school players. The top high school players play in the McDonald's All-Star game. McDonald's All-American game. So James Harden then went to university, and he picked a university that's not that famous for basketball either. Arizona State University. And Arizona State University, the Sun Devils. Their basketball program, they played back then in the Pac-10. Now it's called the Pac-12 because they added two new teams. But back then, they're not really known for basketball, a great basketball program. Even today, they're not really known for their basketball program. They have a nice football team as well. But I think they're probably their college football is better than their college basketball. So James Harden went there. And Arizona State make the NCAA tournament, but second season they made it to the NCAA tournament. So James Harden played in the NCAA tournament. I think he maybe 1 or 2 rounds he lost the tournament, but the fact he was able to take the Arizona Sun Devils to the NCAA tournament is an achievement in itself. Just making it is an achievement because that's very hard to make it to the NCAA tournament, especially if you're Arizona State. If you're UCLA, if you're Duke University, and then it's kind of expected. If you're North Carolina Tar Heels, it's kind of expected that you make it to the NCAA tournament every single year. But for us, not as famous as a basketball from Arizona State, that's pretty impressive. He didn't score yet. Daniel Hausner gets that out of bounds. This is really nice Rockets red jerseys. So that's pretty much an amazing story in itself. That shows you how great James Harden was when he was younger. And back then he didn't have a beard. He did not have a beard yet. He did not have a beard. So again, and then he was pretty amazing story when he was young. He deserved to make it to the NBA. I heard that he was compared to Kobe Bryant, back then because he was a shooting guard. But really, he actually plays more like Manu Ginobili for the San Antonio Spurs. And you probably watched both of them, right? Growing up. As growing up, Kobe Bryant and Manu Ginobili and those players were already in the NBA, playing in their primes. So, James Harden enters the NBA draft after his second year on the Houston Rockets. He's a sophomore. He enters his draft. And he's actually the third overall pick in the 2009 NBA draft. Which you think about is kind of surprising because he was not that known. He played for Arizona State. But I guess when he was working out with teams, they saw how talented he was, what a good player he is. They always said he's kind of slow. That he's not the fastest, not the greatest athlete. And if you watch him, people will say that he's quite slow. But obviously, he can play really well, right? That's his style of play. And like I said, he's a little bit more like Manu Ginobili. So he goes to Oklahoma City Thunder, a new team. They were the Seattle Supersonics. But they moved there, right? So Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, really young. I think Kevin Durant is in his third year in the NBA when James Harden comes to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Russell Westbrook is in his second year. And I believe Jeff Green is still there. So Jeff Green, at the time, was a very talented player. In fact, when Kevin Durant was drafted in the NBA, he was drafted with Jeff Green. And Jeff Green and James Harden were supposed to be the stars of the Oklahoma City Thunder, the young stars. So Jeff Green, who's still, I think, in the NBA, he's on multiple teams. Hello, thank you for coming. Welcome to my channel if you're new. Welcome to my channel. So Jeff Green was supposed to be a very great player. He was compared to Lamar Odom. And if you look at his career, he kind of is a little bit similar to Lamar Odom. Long career on multiple teams. So we're going to wait for this arena match. And hello, thank you for coming. Anybody collecting coins with Tyler? Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. I forgot to see your message. Sometimes messages are kind of slow. So James Harden, very young, played with a lot of talented players on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Oklahoma City Thunder, their first coach was PJ Carmissimo. But and a very talented head coach. Thank you for coming, and see you later. Block this guy. John Wall with a dunk right there. Thank you for coming. And I'm doing gameplay with James Harden and the Houston Rockets team, as James Harden came back tonight. So that's pretty awesome. One of my favorite players. So on the Oklahoma City Thunder, James Harden was a sixth man. The shooting guard, I believe, was like violation backcourt. Hello, thank you for coming. Alright, there's a lot of comments. And after the 25th, I'll think about it. So why are you frustrated? And thank you for coming. And then Jake Paul, do I think he'll win? I think he's playing against Floyd. Jake Paul, he's a little bit bigger than him, but I don't think he'll win. I don't think he'll win. I don't think he'll win. But he is pretty big. Floyd Mayweather. And Legend Z production. What happened? Let me check see one thing. Thank you guys for coming. Let me see some things. Oh, sorry to hear that, Legend Z production. Sorry to hear that. Well, YouTube is very tough. You're actually a much bigger channel than me. But I would say that just keep making videos. Keep making videos. It's a grind. So keep making them. The hard work is getting wasted. Well, I totally understand because look, sometimes when you make videos, nobody watches it. You know, sometimes you get less than 100 videos, less than 100 views. Sometimes you get more than 100 views. So that is very tiring to make videos and nobody watches. That's very true. But you just have to keep making them. That's really the only thing to do. Jake went to meet, yes, the UFC fighter. Yes, I saw that. Just gotta keep making them. There's really no easy answer. Unfortunately. And with like NBA news, you always have to keep making them. But yeah, the fight is if Jake Paul get the fight, you keep making videos. Well, I know you got Flight Reacts to react to your video once, right? And I think that helped you grow a lot, right? So you got a big famous YouTuber to react to it, but it's because you made a great video. Answer. A lot of people that are big YouTubers, they just been there a long time. They've just been there a long time. Well, don't feel sad too, because you have like almost you have 900K, almost 10K. That's a lot more than anybody else would have. You know, I'm only at 1K. So just keep doing it. Don't feel sad about it. Just keep grinding. Only thing really could do. I don't know what happened in August the past round. Focusing on the president and president. Yes. Yeah, focus right now on the present. The past is the past, right? So, regardless, just keep making them. Try to do something that's popular, of course. It's a popular topic, but I have to say it's really tough, though, so I understand your frustration. Do I like your videos? Yes, I do like your videos. I like the way you put different clips. If you want to ever talk to me privately, I have a Instagram, a Victory Yay. In fact, sometime I would like to talk to you about YouTube as well. But I like the way you mix and match your clips, and it looks pretty awesome. So I don't think there's anything wrong that you're doing. Just keep doing it. Just keep on doing it. Some people I know do it every day. I'm doing it every single day now. So it's not easy, of course. Thank you for coming. Yeah, well, I might try to talk to you there. So we're into this Lonzo Ball right here from last time. Once this Okay, thank you, Legacy Production. I'll check. I'll try to message you sometime. Okay. You have a great night. You could wish you could win 1K someday. One day you could definitely do that for sure. I hope you get there one day. It's not easy. That's the point. YouTube, it's not easy, right? So, you just keep doing it. And I understand a lot of people quit as well. So, and there's school and work. So I definitely know it's not easy. We're going to shoot 3 Lamar Odom. Get this frame right there. So we got Lonzo Ball, LaMelo Ball right here for a couple of minutes, and then we're going to go to James Harden. Welcome to my channel, anybody's new. All right. Nice alley-oops right there. LaMelo Ball had a great game. Lonzo Ball had a great game as well. It's a nice chord right here. So we're going to go right here. Now I can use my Houston Rockets lineup. I actually got Maurice Cheeks today. So we have this lineup right here. I wish the coins, right? We could keep the coins, but it looks like we can't keep the coins. I assume that NBA cash we could keep it. But I have to go look it up again. NBA Live Mobile. I hope they have a lot more jerseys. I hope they have shoes finally in the game. Because I actually think Season 3, there's actually more jerseys in the game. I was looking back at my old jerseys. I keep every item. And I don't see it, right? I mean, I see a lot more jerseys last season than this season. We're going to show off the Sacramento Kings core. It looks really nice. They're a nice young team, right? Marvin Bagley has a lot to prove. You know, Luka, he was drafted before Luka. He was the 2nd overall pick. So, a lot of people think he's a bust. And Luka, of course, is now probably going to win the MVP. And then his extension. Long extension. I think it's for 5 years. So he's gonna be on the box for a while. Which is great. It's great for the Milwaukee Bucks, great for small market teams. He's loyal to his team, his city. Which is a little bit of the old NBA way of thinking. So I actually think that's good for the NBA. That's good for the small market teams for sure. So we will see what will happen. We will see. I know Anthony Davis, I think, is signing his extension, but then later he couldn't win. So then he demanded a trade. James Harden signed a lifetime extension, and now he wants to trade. Russell Westbrook signed a lifetime extension and then got traded. So when teams don't win, there's a chance that they could get traded. As a Sacramento King, played there for many seasons. Now he's playing against his old team right here in this game. The Houston Rockets, do I like their team? Although, it's nice to see DeMarcus Cousins back. It's nice to see John Wall back. And hopefully they stay healthy. But if your 2 starters are DeMarcus Cousins, John Wall, or have a history of injury problems, I don't really like your chances too much. And they're kind of old now. So I don't really like your chances of winning too much. They might make the playoffs, but I also think they can miss the playoffs as well. And then the more you lose, of course, James Harden's going to want to get traded. He wants to win a championship. So that is unfortunately life in the NBA, right? James Harden right there for a 3. Okay, right here for a shot. Shot right here. I think Trevor Ariza is on this team. He was on the Houston Rockets for a long time, right? Remember, there's a lot of players on Houston Rockets back then, right? Patrick Beverly. Lou Williams was on the Houston Rockets. So a lot of teams play for Houston Rockets. Buddy Hield is a very talented player on the Sacramento Kings. They have a Tyler Halliburton now. And he's a very talented player. Welcome to my channel if you're new. Doing gameplay, talking about the NBA. Nice shot right there. Alright, so, what shot right here? De'Aaron Fox right here. Buddy Hield right here. Nice shot right here. So James Harden. With a shot right here. Slam dunk. Welcome to my channel, everybody's new. And thank you for coming. Thank you for support if you're an old viewer. De'Aaron Fox, very fast player. I do love the John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins connection. They were both they played at the University of Kentucky Wildcats. Long time ago now, right? 2009, 2010. So surprisingly, John Wall was on the Washington Wizards pretty much for like 10 years, a decade. He was on the Washington Wizards from 2010 until 2020. So, man, that's a long time, right? He didn't get traded or anything like that until a decade, right? So, and he was injury prone as well. So, we lose this game, but we'll go showdown right here. Let's go showdown. Ultimate lineup. How far have you gone with 115 Curry? Not very far. I'm not gonna get the Rodman. I think it's Dennis Rodman, so not very far. I haven't played much this promo. Been busy. How about you? Have you gone far? Is it truth? $12 out of 45. Okay, awesome. Well, you honestly played a little bit. That's pretty good. I think it's farther than me. I feel like guilty or sad that I missed out because you get used to it. But don't feel bad. If I'm correct, I assume YDK Weezy already did gameplay with it, right? The Curry. Usually most lately. I think we're in Showdown, yes. Showdown. This team, he's got Marcus Saul. He's got Malcolm Brogdon. Let's shoot a 3 with Brogdon on your team. Nice shot right there. Let's go with John Wall right here. John Wall with a shot. DeMarcus Cousins with a dunk. We get him step out of bounds. Welcome to my channel if anybody's new. So the Houston Rockets no longer a small ball lineup, but I kind of like their small ball lineup. I wish they would have kept their small ball lineup. Now they have DeMarcus. I kind of like the small ball lineup. I kind of wish they kept their team. Now, I know they're not going to win a championship with that small ball lineup, but it would have been fun to see their team again. Now, I'll say a lot of Mike D'Antoni teams, even though they don't win the championship, Toyota Center right here, who has a Toyota car. It's been Toyota Center for a long time, too. A long time ago, it was actually when Steve Francis Yao Ming played. It was actually the Compaq Center. Now, Compaq was a computer brand, a type of computer brand company. Let's go season. I don't make those computers anymore. We used to call it Compaq Center. But now it's been like a long time, probably a decade and a half, it being a Toyota Center. I know some arenas, they keep changing their names. Now, I actually do not like the kind of putting ads on the arenas. So, like, back then the Boston Garden would just be the Garden. Now it's some kind of ad. So the Detroit Pistons, it used to be called the Palace of Auburn Hills. It's weird. Now they're called Little Caesars Palace. Something like that. And then after that, it'll probably be another, whoever pays more money will probably get another sponsorship. And it kind of sounds kind of like a funny sounding name. I guess you call it a cute name, but it's just kind of funny sounding. It's not as cool as the in college in University of Kentucky, the KFC Yum Center. So I don't know. The players should get money and things like that from things like so. Fox with the ball. Nice shot right there. Oh, to Daniel House Jr. Nice shot right there. Now, a long time ago, Kobe Bryant, he actually wanted a trade when the Lakers couldn't win. And he almost got traded to Chicago Bulls. And then they kept Kobe, right? He was too good, so they kept him. And then later they were able to trade Kwame Brown and other players for Pau Gasol to the Memphis Grizzlies. So the rest is history. Then after that, they made it to the NBA Finals that year. Then the second year, they won the championship. So thank you, Obvious P. Appreciate it. Have a great night. John Wall with a shot. You have a great night. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you for coming. So you got John Wall right there with a shot. Buddy Hield with a shot. Bagley with a shot. Ooh, make him fall. Make him fall right there. Daniel House Jr. Fox with a shot. Let's see, I'm at 49%. Still plenty of time. I think I'm going to autoplay some more. We had a shot right there. De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox with a shot right here. Dayton with a shot right there. Welcome to my channel if you're new. Appreciate it. Make a lot of NBA videos. A little bit, but I'm going to do some commentary. Work on my commentary game. John Wall, a nice shot right there. Nice little layup shot. Ooh. There weren't many games tonight. There's only a few games tonight. But I said in the beginning, Rockets went 112-98. Then there was another game tonight as well. The Philadelphia 76ers win the game 108-99. They kind of blow out the Celtics. I heard Joel Embiid had a great game. Amazing game. And right now, the Warriors are playing the Kings. Just like in this game. We see the Kings. The Kings are winning 62-47. It's near the first half. Tucker a rebound. So let's look at the Sixers really quickly. And look at Joel Embiid. 18 points for Joel Embiid. Ben Simmons, 10 points. Tobias Harris, 16 points. And then a player going to Shake Milton, 19 points. And I think he's usually coming off the bench. So pretty nice. Nice team effort by the Sixers. Let's look at the Celtics. Jason Tatum, 10 points. Jaylen Brown, 5 points. Jeff Teague, 18 points. Trending on Twitter, his name. People forgot that he was on the Celtics. I think last year he played for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He was a one-time All-Star. I believe with the Atlanta Hawks. Now he's sort of a journeyman on multiple teams. If he's your backup point guard, that's pretty good. If he's Kemba Walker's backup point guard. He was actually starting center for the Minnesota Timberwolves last season. Hi, Louis Wang. Thanks for coming. Haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? And I'm just doing gameplay of the Houston Rockets. James Harden came back tonight. So we're doing a Houston Rockets team. James Harden, John Wall, PJ Tucker, DeMarcus Cousins, Daniel House Jr. Happy to hear that, Louis. Happy to hear that. You're from New York, right? I believe. Now, Obi Toppin, he's a pretty good player. So there is one bright spot for the Knicks. They have Obi Toppin. And the Brooklyn Nets, if you are a fan of that team, Kevin Durant's back. And so oh, no problem, Louis. Thank you. I totally understand you have tasks in that, but thank you for coming now. I hope you have a nice break. I totally understand, yeah. But nice to see you back. Trae Young with a shot. And the Knicks teams have very nice teams. I think you're from New York. The Atlanta Hawks. Yeah, no problem, no problem. Nice to see you back. Atlanta Hawks have a very nice team. They got a lot of veteran players this season. In the offseason, they got Danilo Gallinari. And I believe they got Bogdanovic from the Kings. So I think they'll make the playoffs this year. And they have a lot of the young players on their bench, actually. Too bad Vince Carter retired. Yes, he did retire last season, right? And he didn't even play in the bubble. And he was on Atlanta Hawks. Yeah, sad to see him retire. He was fun to watch. The older Vince Carter play. He's still in very great shape. So, an exceptional athlete. And in the 2000 Olympics, he jumped over another 7-footer, another man, Frederick Weiss, France national team. When Vince Carter was on the U.S. national team in the Olympics, he jumped over him and then dunked. Yeah, he baptized him, yes. Posterized him. Yeah, I wish they would have won a championship as well. Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady. Unfortunately, they weren't on those teams that could win. But there's still going to be Karl Malone, John Stockton, that were never able to win the championship. But they still have like a great career in the NBA. And of course, they're millionaires. They're really rich and stuff like that. So I think they'll be fine. But it is nice to see the great players win championships. I think last season, Dwight Howard won the championship. Now he's on the Philadelphia 76ers, but he was pretty great on the Orlando Magic, Dwight Howard. So it's nice to see him win a championship. It'll be also nice to see Chris Paul win a championship one day. Hopefully one day he'll win a championship. Who do I think is the most underrated team in the NBA? Right now, I'd probably say the New Orleans Pelicans. Just because, their center, Steven Adams, is a veteran. He's been in the NBA a long time. He's pretty good. And you have Zion Williamson. You also have Brandon Ingram. He was an all-star last season. and very great offensively. Then you have Alonzo Ball, who's going to improve, be a great passer. So I definitely think they're underrated as well. And they have a lot of talent on that team. And then now they hired Stan Van Gundy, who's a veteran coach. So I think they're definitely going to try to make the playoffs, that team. And they actually could be quite good for many years. They could eventually be, maybe next season, in the future, they might even be the best team in the West. So I definitely think it's them. The Atlanta Hawks, like as I said before, are a very talented team. A lot of veterans. So they could be an underrated team. And also, what other team is there that might play better than expected? Possibly the Memphis Grizzlies. Because Ja Morant, he's going to be very good. I think this year the favorite to win the MVP in the regular season is Luka Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks. But I think the wild card player, the Cavs. I think you like the Cavs, yeah. I do not know much about the Cavs. Pretty much good. They're probably a pretty good player. Yes, they have very talented. I've seen some Isaac Okoro, and he was pretty good. I think that was draft. Darius Garland is a pretty good player, and Colin Sexton. So I definitely think they're a talented team as well. So yeah, they might surprise people. And Kevin Love's still there as well. So they got some veterans there. So they have a nice mix of veterans and young players. So I think Luka Doncic, he'll win the MVP, but I think that a wild card player that might win MVP is Ja Morant. Ja Morant. My favorite player is Kyrie Irving. My favorite player is actually James Harden. I like James Harden more. Yeah, I have that my picture of my channel icon, my YouTube channel. This is from season 3 Halloween promo. There's a thing called Mask Kyrie Irving, and I do like Kyrie though. I'll say my favorite player in the NBA right now is probably James Harden. But I like Kyrie as well. I just really like the card art of Mask Kyrie Irving. And that's why I picked that as my channel. Season 3 of NBA Live Mobile. I like James Harden. I'm from the LA area. James Harden's from the LA area. Played for Artesia High School. And then, so he's kind of like a local kid that made it to the NBA. Not an easy thing to do. Another reason why I like him is you watch him play. And him and Kyrie actually play very similar games, right? And they dribble a lot, and James Harden has a step back three, and then he has a beard and everything. He looks weird. Always very fun to watch, entertaining to watch. Now he, like Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady, probably will never win a championship either, but he's still very entertaining to watch. I've been a very creative team. A lot of talented teams, small ball lineup. So I always love. I love Daryl Morey, the general manager. I'm gonna go check. See your comment. I'll autoplay this a little bit. My fantasy player is Seth Curry, James Harden, Jason Tatum. A lot of star players, and I like a lot of this player, James Harden, of course. And speaking of underrated player, I love Jaylen Brown. He's very underrated. Speaking of underrated teams, I was going to say, Lewis, that the LA Clippers, I think, are underrated this year. Because a lot of people are making fun of them because of their loss to the Denver Nuggets last season in the playoffs. But I think they're a pretty underrated team. And then Paul George, A lot of people are making fun of him, but I think he could play a lot better this season. And you have Kawhi Leonard, one of the top players in the NBA. I think the Clippers are also an underrated team now. They still have a lot of talent. So don't count them out. So yeah, some of the underrated teams, that's a nice fantasy team. A lot of them are all-stars and stuff. So pretty cool. Yeah, because if Kawhi Leonard and Paul George are at their best, they're very good. But Paul George history not doing good in the playoffs, but Kawhi elevates in the playoffs most of the time. Yes, that is very true. Very true. So yeah, Paul George had a lot of disappointing playoff appearances, but of course Kawhi Leonard is still very good, and he's the best player on that team. I think they are underrated this year because last year people expected them to win the championship. Them or the Lakers, because Lakers have LeBron and Anthony Davis. But this year I think they're underrated because people are just making fun of them. So I definitely think that they're still a very talented team. They lost Montrezl Harrell to the Lakers, but they added Serge Ibaka, who's a veteran player. They added Nicholas Batum as well. He was a very nice player. Do I think the Lakers should repeat another title? Yes, I do think so. So yes, as of right now, if I could pick any team, I think most people on ESPN will say the same thing. Well, they got a little bit younger as well. They got Dennis Schroeder, who's a little bit like Rajon Rondo, a younger version of Rajon Rondo. They got Montrezl Harrell, who's like a younger version of Dwight Howard, pretty much. Although Dwight Howard's taller. They got Marc Gasol, who's a veteran player, a center. So they improved a lot. So I definitely think they could win championship. They definitely think they could repeat. And then the Omlet Arcade stuff, just kind of ignore that because sometimes on the live stream they just put that ad there. I didn't know why they put so much right there, but kind of ignore that. If you do that Norton VPN thing, they'll give me some tokens, and then they will just put some kind of picture frame on there, okay? But doing YouTube, it doesn't really matter. You gotta go sleep. Okay, thank you for coming. You have a great night. Have a nice sleep. Have a great... Oh, you want to stay till 12? Okay, no problem. Thank you. Okay, thanks. Appreciate it. Well, okay, we still talk about basketball then. Yeah, sometimes live streams, now there's only one or two people, so I'm totally fine with that. I get used to it. I appreciate it. Do you think the Lakers will repeat? Lewis, do you think Lakers will repeat? Or what other team do you think is going to win championship? Another team might be the Brooklyn Nets, but the Brooklyn Nets, right? I'll say they're kind of a wild card because you don't know how healthy Kevin Durant is. Although he looks healthy now, you never know. You know, Kyrie Irving, he doesn't want to talk to the media. He's kind of doing, that's a little bit negative attention to the Brooklyn Nets. A distraction. I still think Celtics win too. Yes, it is possible the Celtics could win. It is true. They have a great coach, Brad Stevens. Jason Tatum's really good. I think Jaylen Brown's underrated. So I definitely think the Celtics could also win as well. Maybe the Miami Heat could win as well, maybe. But I'll say it's right now, realistically, it's probably still Lakers. Now, that Denver Nuggets team is also very good as well. Denver Nuggets, I think they... you have Jamal Murray. Maybe he'll make the All-Star team this year. He hasn't even made the All-Star team yet. You have Jamal Murray, you have Nikola Jokic. And then you also have Michael Porter Jr., who's going to improve. He's going to get even better. Last season, he played pretty well. And then they also drafted a player very late in the first round, who I think is going to be a steal of the draft, one of the steals of the draft, and that is R.J. Hampton. And R.J. Hampton, he's a little bit like a LaMelo Ball. He has his own TV show on the YouTube channel, Overtime. Yeah, for me, but for me, it's just me. But I think the Heat just sell just by luck. Yeah, status. I agree with you. You know why? If you look at last season, the Miami Heat, they surprised everybody. And then most people, the experts on ESPN, they expected the Celtics to win against the Miami Heat. So we don't know what the Miami Heat's going to do this season. We don't know if it's a fluke or not. They might be just as good as last year, but it's very hard to make it to the NBA Finals. It's very hard to make it back to the NBA Finals. If you look at a lot of teams, it's very hard for them. Look at Oklahoma City Thunder back then when they had Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook. They couldn't make it back to the NBA Finals, so it's very hard. These Celtic guys are injured. Yeah, there were some injuries, right? So, yeah, Gordon Hayward and stuff like that. So, the Boston Celtics might have been the better, more talented team. But definitely the Miami Heat surprised everybody, right? So this year we will see. Now nobody's surprised by the Miami Heat. We'll see if they live up to the hype now. And you never know. The Milwaukee Bucks could even make it to the NBA Finals, right? They just re-signed Giannis. And then now they have Chris Middleton, Holiday. So you never know. I think the East is wide open. I think the East, anybody could win. So we'll see. So I think Jamal Murray is better than Jokic. I think sometimes in the playoffs he plays better. But I think they're like very different players. Because one's a guard and the other's kind of center. To watch. And I love when he shoots threes. I think he has a very slow way, a big man shooting three. A slow release. It's very fun to watch. I think they're pretty different. They're both pretty good players, I would say. Jamal Murray, surprisingly, has never made the All-Star team. There's a lot of great guards. So hopefully this year he makes the All-Star team. But he has like a max deal, pretty much. But yeah, it's hard to say because they're both pretty good. And they both pretty much play different positions, of course. But Jamal Murray in the playoffs is always very good. Very good. I think Jamal Murray in the playoffs is better than Nikola Jokic in the playoffs, I believe. Up to team. And so to speak more about R.J. Hampton. R.J. Hampton, he has a show on Overtime YouTube channel. And R.J. Hampton, he played, instead of going to college, he went to New Zealand and he played for a national team. I mean, he played for a professional team, just like LaMelo Ball went to Australia to play for a professional team instead of going to college. So he's very similar to him. And he has a father very similar to LeVar Ball. And then, he's like always yelling at him and stuff like that. Talking a lot. So it's very similar. I think he surprisingly was a very late first round draft pick. So I think he could surprise people. Maybe. For me, I think big guys have it easy that they get to post up in body. Because if you look at Shaq and you take away his height and he becomes 6'3", he's probably the worst player in the NBA. But little guys have to master dribble, shooting, and passing. Yeah, that's a very good point. I like your point. But yeah, so that's kind of how big men are, right? So they're just naturally gifted. Sometimes they say you cannot teach height. You cannot teach height. So they're just 7 feet. They could just post up and stuff like that. So I think the game is easier if you're really tall. That is very true. So this is very true. And I know Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's won 2 MVPs. James Harden kind of criticized him that it's very easy for Giannis because he could just dominate people. He's almost like 7 feet tall, 6 feet 11, 6 feet 10. And then James Harden, he has to do a lot more dribble, step back threes and stuff like that. So he has to have a more aspect of his game. He has to develop. So that's very true. But you know how that's like God-given talent. The centers, they just are born taller than everybody else, and it's easier to play basketball when you're taller. Look at Shaq. Look at Yao Ming back then. Bill Russell, Will Chamberlain. Just very threes. They just do a post-up game. Dribble, and then you try to make a move to the basket. So Shaq would, yes, it's true. Shaq would just dunk on people. Okay, thank you for coming. Have a great night, Lewis. Appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate you coming. Have a great one. See you next time. All right, so you got to pray right here. Daniel House Jr. with a ball. Misses the shot. Thanks. So now we have a couple more. We have 28% on my phone. So going to 1%. We're going to autoplay a little bit right here. Houston Rockets gameplay. We're going up against a team that has Golden State Warriors jerseys. You got John Wall right here. Daniel House Jr. right here. Successful block. James Harden with a dunk. I wish in this game there was a way to make the players bigger, more up close. That would be pretty awesome. But unfortunately, you can't really see it. So it would be pretty nice if you could see it bigger. Kind of like 2K Mobile. We got defense here. Thank you for coming if anybody's new. But I'm just going to autoplay a little bit and just talk. James Harden with the ball. To Tucker. To Harden. To Wall. To Harden. It's nice to see what the AI does. So PJ Tucker out with a dunk. Nice dunk right there. There's a shot right here. Nice block shot right there. Pretty good right now. Got a shot right here. So 9 points right there. All right. So I got to go showdown now. We're going to go season now. This season, we get John Wall right here. Nice shot right there. We're playing against the Hawks. Nice court right there. Yeah, so a couple of days ago, I made a video about LiAngelo Ball. Of course, he was waived by the Detroit Pistons. So what is he going to do next was the point of my video. And last season, he actually played for the Oklahoma City Thunder G League team, the Oklahoma City Blue. Unfortunately, he was not able to play one game with them. But I think for LaMelo Ball, he just has to go back and work on his game, work on his basketball game, and go to the G League. Hopefully, a team signs him, and then he needs to prove himself that he's one of the best players in G League, and then that will make a lot of NBA teams notice him, and some team will give him another look, and give him a tryout, and then maybe he'll make that team. Whether that be another team signs him, an NBA team signs him, or a 10-day contract or something like that, right? So I definitely think that could happen. That's very realistic. Another thing he could do, of course, I would say, is go to Europe. Go to play in the Euro League, where that be Spain, France, Italy, Russia, Israel. Or he could go to Australia. He could go to China. He could go to Europe, European countries. Beautiful scenery, nature, beautiful oceans, amazing food. So, in other countries as well. So, you can have a great life there. You know, make money playing professional basketball. Be happy, have a great life. You don't necessarily have to make it to the NBA. You have a long career there. In fact, a lot of European players, I know the Spanish players, a lot of them actually, even like Rudy Fernandez, they play a little bit of the NBA. They're good enough to play in the NBA, but they want to stay home, so they stay in Spain. Rudy Fernandez from Spain. Played a little bit for the Portland Trailblazers, but decided to stay in Spain, play for a Spanish team. They get paid a lot of money there. They're celebrated as heroes there. So, it's a great life. Maybe one day an NBA team will also take a look at you and maybe sign you. That's happened. There's great examples of players. There's a lot of former NBA players in the Euro League. A good example is right here is PJ Tucker. PJ Tucker on Houston Rockets. He was a second-round draft pick. He played at the University of Texas Longhorns. The Toronto Raptors, then he got cut from the team. He got waived. And so he went to Europe and then played for multiple teams and had a long career there. Probably did not expect to make it back to the NBA, but he was able to make it back to the NBA. And the Phoenix Suns signed him. After many years, the Phoenix Suns signed him. And then eventually, he made it back into the NBA. And now he's on the Houston Rockets, and now he has a long career now. So a lot of stuff can happen, for sure. Some sell some of the stuff, a lot of tokens. I think for 21% of my phone, I think I'm gonna go to another account and play. No, never mind. I'll probably just stay on this account. Let me see if I can sell anything. So we got a lot of stuff right here. We'll try to sell it. No, some of these you can't even sell. We're gonna keep Blue Door. The rest I could sell it. There is Garland. Brook Lopez. Osman. Parker. Okay. Pascal Siakam. Austin Rivers. There's just for gameplay. Anthony Davis right here. I'm going to sell for 10,000 coins. Luka Doncic, I'm selling for 10,000. Any 10,000 coins, I'll have to sell it. This one, I'd probably sell like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Steven Adams. Let's see if he sells. Kyrie Irving. 10,000. So anything that goes for 500, I'm gonna sell it. But 10,000, I'm a coin sell it because it sometimes doesn't sell. So coin sell that. Sometimes I forget, you know. Buzzer beater, I'm sell him. Sell him. Sell him. I heard you can't even keep your coins, unfortunately. But we're gonna clean up this right here. Michael Finley. Most of the stuff doesn't sell anyways. Let's put that there. 10,000. 10,000. I kept a lot of these 10,000 stuff. So we're selling them right now. Sell them right here. Robert Covington. Sell that. Sell this right here. Sell that. Laurie Marketing. So welcome to my channel if you're new. But right now we're going to coin sell stuff to get some tokens. But this is also an aspect of the game, right? You got this Laurie Marketing. A lot of clutch abilities right here. So right there. TJ Redick. This one's got ability, so he's 10,000. So you're kind of cleaning house right here. Might keep Ben Simmons. A lot of the gold cards, right? Let's see if there's anything. You can sell. 10,000 right here. Aaron Baines. Crabtree. Multiple players you want to sell as well. Giles. Keebler. I think that's enough to get my stand right there. Just had too many players. These gold coaches, I'll sell them all because they usually do not sell anyways. What else do I have? Harvest Moon stuff, I'll sell it. So we got a lot of coins right here. This is Halloween. So wait, hold on a second. Harvest Moon right there. This one, 10,000. Got this right here. The Dunkathon right here. Do you have any presents I could sell? Yeah, our presents, I'm going to sell them. Put it for 70. I'm going to put it for 8 hours, maybe. Date stuff, I'm going to sell it. The street lineup, things like that. These shoes do not sell. Does not sell. But even if they don't sell, you know, you see I have a lot of Season 3 cards. I'm going to keep them. Trade tokens, things like that. I'll just sell it. I don't know what the price was. 3,000 maybe. And then these other token things. I heard they don't sell. I don't know. Timeline stuff, that's a long time. I think it's the Yao Ming promo. Or the Oscar Robinson promo. So I keep a lot of these stuff right here. Orlando Magic Hero stuff. Okay. I think that was one of the reasons why I had so many items. So cleaning stuff here. I might as well get all my stuff now because I heard you can't keep your coins no more. So that's very disappointing. And thank you for a person that's still here. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Okay, so you have that. Shaq right there. So we're still working on that. The only reason I was trying to get the jerseys. Right now I'm just going to try to keep the jerseys. Okay, now we're going to get some stamina back. Get some stamina. I have these gold stamina packs. And that's a little bit of my items. I sold a lot of those. I waited too long, but I sold a lot of them. Those elite cards with some clutch boost, the 10,000 coins. I sold a lot of those cards. Let me see what my 13%. I'm almost done. Thank you for anybody that has come to the live stream. Appreciate it. Gonna continue this tomorrow. Well, let's go do some gameplay. Still plenty of time. Feel free to comment as well. I'm gonna go check something in my computer. So we're gonna get these things right here. And then we're gonna go right here to the. I'm gonna go check something really quickly. Put that right there, and then put that right here. We got these lead token things. Alright, so let's go put it in. Let's go put it in here. There's a new PJ Tucker, Gary Harris card out. Yo, BJ Jago. Yo, thank you for coming. How are you doing tonight? Nice to see you again. Let me look at this card. PJ Tucker, 110. Yes, tonight, Gia, you're the only one. No problem. Sometimes there's a lot of people, sometimes only a little bit. No problem. So PJ Tucker, Gary Harris. In this video, I was going to do a James Harden gameplay. And with Houston Rockets team. Gonna get more tokens, and I have like a couple of percent on my phone. Yeah, almost done though. How is everything with you? Yeah, I think there's two people watching actually. So. Hope you're well. So I'm gonna go to play some more games. Right now, just getting tokens. What do you mean? Where am I from? You say? Or do you mean like live stream? Because I am from LA area. I'm from the LA area. So like Los Angeles. So everybody's a Laker fan here. From another country. So we have this team right here. Houston Rockets right here. Step back three. Easy shot. You got Isaiah Thomas right here. John Wall. DeMarcus Cousins right here for a dunk. Where do I live out in the country? LA, pretty much. LA. Where do you live? You say what country is United States? United States. James Harden with a shot. What state are you from? I think you told me a long time ago, but I don't remember. Or what country are you from? Got Christian Wood with a shot. Oh, you're from Memphis? You're from Memphis, Tennessee? Awesome. That's cool. So you're a Memphis Grizzlies fan, I assume? A couple of days ago, FedEx, right? You know, they're delivering the vaccine, the Pfizer vaccine, to everybody, all the hospitals and CVS and stuff like that. FedEx is from there. James Harden. I've never been to that state, but it's a beautiful state from what I've seen. And there's the Tennessee Titans. Oh, you're a Milwaukee Buck fan? The Milwaukee Bucks from Wisconsin. Is there a particular reason why you like the Milwaukee Bucks? Just because you like Giannis or something? Because that's the teams up in North. Oh, okay. I was playing NBA Live Mobile. Okay, cool, cool. Nice shot right there. Nice shot right here. House Jr. right here for the shot. Nice shot right there. All right. No problem. Yeah, I'm playing it right now as well. Oh, so you're a huge Kareem Abdul-Jabbar fan? That's cool. Let me get a little bit right there. Let me get another game. I'm a big fan when Kareem was there, so that's really why. And Ray Allen and Chris Middleton and Giannis, that duo, so. Yes, when Ray Allen was a Milwaukee Buck, right? And then Giannis and Chris Middleton. Awesome. A lot of the Milwaukee Bucks legends. And Kareem was the only one to bring a championship to Milwaukee. And Giannis just signed his extension today. So he's going to be there for a while. I'm happy for the Milwaukee Bucks. Oh, you got him signed? Cool, cool. The Milwaukee Bucks do have some very nice. They're a very talented team this year, so hopefully the small market team could win a championship. That's good for the NBA. That's good for basketball if you're a basketball fan. So, definitely a good thing. Hopefully he stays. Yeah, very talented team there. The Memphis Grizzlies, Ja Morant is also very talented. I think Ja Morant could wild card pick to win the MVP this year. But the MVP is probably going to be won by Luka Doncic. But you never know. Maybe Giannis could win the MVP a third time. Maybe that'll be a record if he could win it 3 times. I think the East is pretty wide open though. So the Bucks could win, the Celtics could win, the Heat could win. So, and maybe the Brooklyn Nets could win as well. So there's a lot of talented teams there. For the West, I'll probably still pick the Lakers. I do think the team that's going to win a championship is going to be the Lakers. Because of LeBron, Anthony Davis. They improved their team. Dennis Schroeder. And Montrezl Harrell. And that Horton Jr. kid. He has an amazing preseason. Lakers, yes. %, my phone. Almost done. J.J. Redick with a shot. Got a shot right there. Misses that shot. I saw James Harden today. He had a headband. A white headband. He rarely wears headbands, but he has a headband tonight. His return to the NBA, to the Houston Rockets after his trade demand didn't go in. Lakers for the next NBA Finals. Yeah, that is possible. Definitely possible. And you have Kevin Durant there, right? Kevin Durant, LeBron James. So it'll be a Kevin Durant versus LeBron James NBA Finals. And Kyrie Irving is there, so LeBron's former teammate. I can understand why that happening. I just want to say thank you very much for coming. Appreciate it. BJ the GOAT. Thank you have a great night. And I'm gonna end the live stream here. Thank you for coming. 1% my phone. Try to end it.